Georgia's a good football team, and Kirby and them do a great job. And obviously, they've recruited a roster that's really talented from top to bottom and deep. And I think they get really good quarterback play who understands the game, and they've got a really good team. We're not playing winning football, and I'm glad it's an open week. We've got to, as coaches, figure out how to coach them harder and make sure we don't make critical errors at critical times that cost us a chance to win a football game against. I keep saying we're not that far off because, I think, they're the number 5 team in the country and we should have been in this game. We're not playing winning football in critical times and moments, and we as coaches, it's our job, it's my job to get that fixed.
Justin.
Hugh, the 4th and 1 call to start the fourth quarter, what was the call? Kind of what happened there? What did you see?
It was the call was a dive left to Jarquez, and we didn't execute that play.
It wasn't a read.
No.
You talk about those critical mistakes. You call 12 guys on the field.
Yeah, that was the first series of the game, right? And they go down and score after that. So those are the things I'm talking about that are, man, heck, that's a 3 and out to start the game. Man, that's reason to get jacked up and excited, and that, and then, I thought their stemming was too aggressive. We get told that all the time by the officials, and it got us twice. But, I don't know. I'll turn them in and see what they say. But we get warned all the time that, a linebacker shouldn't step up and be aggressive in getting them to move with them raising up. And I thought that's what was happening. But they didn't see it that way. So that hurt us in a couple penalties for sure.
Coming off 2 straight losses, it's been easy for this team to lay down. Can you talk about the fight that they showed for most of the game?
Well, truthfully, I expect more fight than what we saw for the 60 minutes today. I think told them that in the locker room. I mean it, and it's my job to get that out of them, and I'm going to die trying. We're going to get it turned, and going to find the ones who want to fight for 60 minutes. And I didn't think our kids did. I mean, I thought they fought hard for most of the game. But then, we want to fight for 60 minutes to give us a chance, and it seemed like, them putting the game away was a little easier than I'd hoped, particularly converting some. But it really goes back to us coaching better and them. We're playing a lot of young kids out there. I mean, we had Kinsley Faustin out there tonight, and he's lined up, outside tip of a receiver on 3rd down, and needed to be inside tip, and those are the things that I keep feeling like we're doing to ourselves, and we as coaches have got to expect more of ourselves to put them in position in those moments to make those plays to give us a fighting chance to experience the victories that we so badly desire.
Hugh, to go back to that 4th and 1, your conversation with Peyton after, I guess, did he have an excellent, was it just kind of a busted play? What was his perspective on what happened there?
Yeah, he absolutely didn't go with what we had called. Peyton's a thinker, and he knows football, and he decided to try to run some type of zone read there, and I think everybody was a little confused, but we definitely weren't on the same page there, and I should have used one of our timeouts there when I saw things were going awry, but that's something we've got to learn from, and again, we've got to coach better to where that's really not an option in that moment in time. That was a big drive, man. We were moving the ball, and so we've got to talk through that one and make sure that doesn't happen again.
You called it a disappointing season so far. What is kind of a reasonable expectation or goal for these guys as you look forward to the rest of the season, sitting at 2 and 4?
To win every game. I think it's capable. I think our team's capable of doing that. I'll refuse to believe otherwise. We've shown too many signs that we can be, even as young as we are, that we can be a competitive football team, but you've got to make winning plays in critical situations and play winning football for the most of the 60 minutes, and we're not quite there yet. We've got to make the plays. I think we had a couple opportunities to make some good long passes, and Malcolm was first to come over and say, "I should have caught that, coach. It hit me right in my hands." And you don't get mad at him over that, but we've got to learn to make those plays when they come our way, and because our margin is very small for us right now, and when we have a chance to do those, so I'm going to expect us to come back from the open week getting ready to go play another top 10 team in Missouri, and then a tough Kentucky team on the road, and so forth and so on. But let's go coach them hard, man. I've never met a good player that didn't want to be coached hard, and I think we've got to coach them harder and expect more out of them.
Peter? Coach, on those 2 red zone field goals, you guys have put together 2 really long drives. Was there any thought to going trying to capitalize, get 7 points on those 2 possessions?
Not the first one. There was some thought on the second one for sure. The first one, made it 7-3 or 10-3, I can't remember. So I think at that moment you're feeling pretty good, man. We can get to the locker room, 1-score game or so, and obviously they did a great job of punting it down field position wise, and I'm not sure how they scored that second touchdown. It was 7-3, and I think he was throwing it to another guy, and it completes to another guy, and but that's kind of we've seemed to have some of those breaks go against us. The second one, there was some thought, but the percentages are pretty low, and if you kick the field goal, you're 2 scores down, and you're 3 scores down if you don't get the fourth down. So thought that was the wisest play.
Finish up with 3 more. Jason?
You just started the run game and Jarquez today. You're able to run the football against that.
Yeah, I'm proud of Jarquez and our running backs, our O-line, tight ends. Need to get healthy. Tutaw's banged up, and we miss him when he's not in there. And but I'm proud of Jarquez. Love his effort. He's never going to quit. He's going to practice his tail off every single time, and glad to see him having success.
Dan?
Coach, kind of a quiet day from the receivers outside of Keandre. What do they need to do to get more involved?
Well, they played coverage most all day. We had a few opportunities, but really very few down the field throws were really available. We had, I think, one to Malcolm that I think we should have completed, one to Perry there at the end. I thought he won on the route. They had some cloud coverage, some over-the-top coverage on Cam most of the day. Got to get him where we can move him around and him understand different spots for different calls, and that'll come with age for sure.
Last one, Justin?
Hugh Keldrick, 2 sacks, 7 tackles, and he kept getting hobbled but played through to the second half. Just what does he mean to y'all in this defense and the starting staff?
Can't say enough about Keldrick Falk and the leader he is, the young man he is. He's everything you want in an Auburn football player and an Auburn man. And, man, he lays it all on the line like Jarquez does. And, he needs an off week. He and J-Mac are beat up for sure and having to play a ton of snaps. And hopefully he can get healed up and have an outstanding second half. But his leadership's vital to our team.